So my name's Erin McGuire. I'm the Associate Director and Incoming Director of the Innovation Lab for Horticulture. And we are a research entity that works on horticulture crops in the global south, but particularly in Kenya, East Africa, West Africa, South Asia, and Central America. And we have been working in fruits and vegetables for the past 15 years. In our newest strategy, we've been focusing on West Africa and Kenya in partnership with ICE, the International Center for Evaluation and Development, and they have really been able to take a lead here. In horticulture crops, we really believe that it's an incredible entry point for small-scale farmers to increase their livelihoods, increase their nutrition, and an excellent entry point specifically for women, youth, and other marginalized populations. And we know that fruits and vegetables are critical for health, both from an adult perspective, but also when it comes to diversified diets for children and reducing stunting and ensuring that children in East Africa and Kenya are able to realize their full potential. So considering that need, we really try to fill this production gap where we don't see enough fruits and vegetables produced through small-scale farmers. And of course, with fruits and vegetables, we're able to increase livelihoods and nutrition.
So what's the gap in terms of production for smallholders?
Mm-hmm. So we see globally fruit and vegetable gaps are around 400 grams is the World Health Organization recommended daily value. However, globally, we're producing less than 300 grams of fruits and vegetables. And that 300 grams includes inedible products and food loss and waste. So actually, worldwide, we're at an incredible gap between how many fruits and vegetables we have and what the need is for human health. So our research comes in and tries to understand the challenges and barriers to those gaps to make sure that producers have the appropriate technology, access to market, necessary training in order to produce and give access to all populations for fruits and vegetables.
So Erin, despite the support, access to international market for some of these indigenous vegetables could be a problem to some farmers. How do you go about that?
In terms of the market access to indigenous fruits and vegetables? Yeah, so African indigenous vegetables, other traditional crops are an incredibly important crop for low-income populations, but increasingly for everyone. We know that African indigenous vegetables are incredibly healthy, have critical nutrients. However, like many other crops, African indigenous vegetables are perishable, especially the leafy greens. So when we're trying to bring these crops not just to the local markets, but to the global markets, we really need to focus on our cold chain and being able to preserve the leafy greens in order to get from the market to the farmer. And that's true not just here in Kenya, but globally. We have to ensure the cold chain supply and or make a more robust dry chain, which is when we take out all of the moisture and then the product is able to be preserved. Additionally, I think that there's a lot of potential for African indigenous vegetables globally, just from a nutrition and culinary standpoint. I think we can work more on the market and making these important crops interesting to global markets, not just here in Kenya as well.
And when you look at, from your research, when you look at the horticulture value chain, which areas need urgent address?
Yeah, so fruits and vegetables, horticulture, are an interesting commodity because it involves hundreds of different crops, and they pose interesting challenges such as the perishability and the different crop cycles. So you need to know a lot about fruits and vegetables and the particular crop that you're working with in order to have the right inputs, the right amount of water. It takes very specialized knowledge. Additionally, because of their perishability, along the value chain, there's all these different opportunities where fruits and vegetables can break down. However, within those challenges, there's incredible amount of entrepreneurial opportunity where we see for youth, women, and other middle market actors to make businesses there. So really, we're trying to address perishability and appropriate technologies in order to address those gaps.
I don't know if you have done a study on how much you miss in regards to exports because of phytosanitary issues.
I wouldn't be able to comment on that. We have done studies around exports. However, I would say, and there's work being done on phytosanitary regulations and making sure there's training and capacity strengthening around meeting those regulations in order to improve Kenyan export markets, etc. I would say that the Horticulture Innovation Lab, we try to focus on domestic nutrition and income. So we want to promote the livelihood and nutrition through our research here as well as in export markets. So I think both are really important, and the phytosanitary questions are important as well, but I don't have those data on me.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.